don't understand. I don't get it. Well, what is this nonsense? Like, start the stream, nobody comes. End the stream, restart another one, and then I don't even know what is happening right now. It's almost as if, a boomer is running this shit over here. So we'll just wait till somebody comes into the chat and starts chatting. What the? Hey, bud. So, hey, Lisa. How are you? No, I'm not. She got me. It's going to ignore her. Okay. I forgot to turn the noise canceling off. Thank you, Katie. Okay. What a crazy fucking couple of days it's been on YouTube. I just watched two different communities go at it over a person named Karen. I have no idea what any of this is about. Most of this shit occurs when we are sleeping and there's just not enough hours in the day to catch up on it all. Now people want to, yeah, it does, Patriot Defense. It really does. Hey, Blue Eyes. Now some other people want to go to war with this part of the drama community or whatever. Not me, but people that hang out in these chats. I'm just like, man. I'm trying to figure out what to feed me and Voodoo and the dog for dinner. Well, that's not true. I know what we're all going to eat. I'm just trying to get the motivation to do it. Anyways. Yeah, it was crazy. Katie does just bring the news, bitches. I think what she means is she's calling all of us maybe bitches, like she just brings the news, you bitches, or she may bring news, bitches. I'm not sure which, because Katie's old school and doesn't use punctuation always. So it's hard to tell. You know what I mean? Okay. Yeah. No one wins any type of wars. No one, especially not on the internet. Patriot Defense. Yes, this is true. He was on earlier, excuse me, than usual last night. Who was that, Dawn? Oh, Hummer. Yeah, I don't know who was on earlier. Let's see. And the news right now is that you were late. I don't know who you're talking to, lady. Hey, Six Banger. You ain't talking to me. I am not late at all. Mm-mm. Oh, here. Listen. I got you a new buzzer, Katie. Check it out. Oh, whoops. That was the booing. Hang on a second. Here it is. There you go. No, that one's good. Yeah, you need that one. Super buzzer. That other one was called Super Duper Boo because I mixed together like 3 or 4 other Boo tracks in different spots in the project to make it like it would get louder and louder and louder and then quieter and quieter and quieter. So it's like a super Boo. I've got Boo. I got Boo number 2. I got a super Boo, and then I got a super duper Boo. Yeah. I can see how this would get difficult, like to manage. You have to come up with like folders and stuff. I've got different applauses. Hey, Bubs. This is long applause number 1. That's long applause. There's like there's long applause number 3. See there? And yeah, it's good stuff. It's real good stuff. Oh, I forgot I have a very angry Boo.
We're concerned. Well, we're not really concerned.
I don't know if y'all know who that is.
We're concerned. Well, we're not really concerned.
Yeah, we're not concerned. I love this guy, by the way. He's hilarious. I got some tires. I have some crickets. Do you guys want to hear me sneeze yesterday? This was hilarious. I was recording something and I had to sneeze, and I put it in super high baby voice because whatever I was recording, I had the elevator music playing in the background. It's a strong sneeze too. Oh, dang it. That's not the one. Hang on. It's right here. Oops. Oh, I had a good time with that. I cracked myself up. Yeah, and then let's see. So everybody's or those other communities are fighting over who can virtue signal, in my opinion, the loudest over some lousy sex cracks. You know what I mean? Just they're not all lousy. Some of the jokes are good. But yeah, they're just going at each other's throats, and all I know is it's more entertaining than Rebel, who was totally spurging and freaking out today. Got some good, yes, please. Hey, Pat, got some good sound clips from that. He was saying earlier that he was like, I don't know. When he was walking, he was going, you pay people. Listen, I can't bear to bring it to him that I haven't paid anybody. I mean, I've given Richard Cheese a little money to keep his stream going, her stream, who knows, which I think is appropriate. And I've given Brett money a couple times, and the few thousand that I've given Katie, and that's it. But I'm super happy that he thinks that we just run around throwing like Ross Kahn money everywhere, just dropping dimes and shit, all over the place. It's great. But he wished me. I can't remember if he wished me dead. He wished me some kind of harm, and he said he would laugh. And then, like a couple minutes later, he goes, "You didn't win anything." And I'm sitting there and I'm eating my lunch, listening, thanking God for the life that I have, and, and the people in my life and all of that kind of stuff, and thanking God that I'm not him. And when he said, "You didn't win anything," I thought, well, yeah, I did. You actually want me dead and would be glad if something terrible happened to me. And that's the other thing I hate to break to you, Rebel. In regards to the line of people that would dance with glee and for joy if something terrible were to befall me, I hate to break it to you, buddy, but you're going to be last in that line too. So there's that. Sucks to be you, man. Sucks to be you. So what are y'all up to today? Does anybody want to come up? Yay, nay, whatever. Who was saying that the other day? I can't remember. It was early in the morning, and they kept thinking that they had something like really profound and intelligent to say, and they kept going, it's whatever, and whatever. And then they were like, whatever. I was going, my God, man, you need a fucking vocabulary. Especially when you're going to talk about your feelings, whatever. Wait, what's going on in the chat? Hang on, I got to see what's going on. No, Pat, I've given Brett like $100 over the last year. Absolutely. The first time I did it almost a year ago, it's probably a year ago, almost to the day, because I said on Rebel's stream when he was going off about me for no fucking reason, he said, you might as well give the settlement money. And I am totally an opportunist. So I took that opportunity and I said in Rebel's chat right then and there, I said something to the effect of, maybe I will, or something. And I kind of took that as giving my word that I would give Brett money. So I sent him $50. And then here about, I don't know, maybe 6 months ago or so, I think I sent him like another 50 for yes, Tom Foolery, absolutely. Yeah, I think I sent Andrew like $10 or $20 or something right around the time. I don't know, sometime around. It's been months and months and months. I haven't given any money in a while, except for Katie. Katie gets all the money. She gets all Voodoo's money. She gets all my money. I steal money from the elderly neighbors. She gets that money too. Don't ask me how I do it. It's, it's top secret. Top secret. It's classified how I do that. So anyway, what was going on in the chat? Bubs, you mean this? What's Bubs? Where's my blueness? Where's the panel link? Oh, you want a wrench? All right, Bubs, I'll give you a wrench. Here, I have to find my own motherfucking live stream now. It's not even showing. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I gotta mute it. Yeah, I took Wildlife Wanda's money. Yeah, I did do that. There it is. Okay. There you go, Bubs. Have fun, but not too much fun. Yeah, I took Wildlife Wanda's money. Stole it straight out of her coin purse. She carries a coin purse. doxing her coin purse. Yep. And I have that. I'm trying to look I had another really good one. Katie, this is when you're about to lay down some wisdom. Yeah. Oh, and I found some of my favorites this morning. Oh my God, check this out. Do you guys remember this? I loved this. Y'all know who that is? Oh, man. I have the whole clip. I got busy this morning with breakfast and a nap. And no, it's somebody's got to know. Come on. There's got to be somebody else. Come on. Presidential primaries 2004. This was before Obama. Hang on, you ought to know this. I'll give you a hint. For some goddamn reason back then, yes, Hossel got it. This ruined his chances, which I think are absolutely fucking ridiculous. If we had that kind of enthusiasm now, hang on. There, was that better? I don't want to blow y'all's ears out. I don't know where to check. Hey, sugar crits. Hey, Robert. There, was that better? I don't know where to go look. Oh, yeah, it was. Listen, it was epic. It was totally epic. He's fucking up there screaming. He's like, we're going to California. We're going to New York. We're going to Iowa. We're going to Texas. We're going to Oklahoma. We're going to Kansas. We're going to Minnesota. We're going to Massachusetts. And then he does the, I mean, it was like, hell yeah, man. And I'm not a Democrat by any stretch of the imagination, but we really could use that kind of enthusiasm. But I support Trump 100%. I don't want Trump to go, blow a hernia out of the bottom of his stomach trying to Howard Dean it. But yeah, we just don't have that kind of, instead the kids that the president gets around are like,
I mean, I'm barely paying attention.
Right. Thank you, Hake. James Hake, everybody.
Beta!
Jesse Lee Peterson.
And ladies, you shouldn't be cussing either. It's only men allowed to cuss because it's manly authority words.
You can tell Voodoo's not out here, or I wouldn't be allowed to play that. She's busy working. Ha ha. No, actually, I downloaded that one for Rick because I wanted the manly authority words, because he got mad at me the other day for saying words that were too big for him to comprehend, which were like titillating, and I forget the other one. What was it? Titillating and fuck, I don't remember now. It wasn't something. It had rhetoric. Yeah, titillating and rhetoric. And he got upset with me and was like, speak. He actually wanted me to speak down to him, which I thought was kind of retarded. Oh, I'm getting a message. Hang on. I hope this isn't an angry text. Probably very well maybe. Don't know. Oh no, this is not angry.
daytime club. Drop the panel link.
Oh. Okay. I'll drop the link. Put a one in the chat if you're coming up. And anybody can come up. I have porn blockers too. I do. I gotta remember how to use them. That was one of the reasons I stayed home today, was because I was laying in bed last night and I was getting ready to I was going, I was on my way to sleep, and I was like, oh, I forgot I need to make, like, splash screen, whatever, panel, like porn blockers or whatever. And I thought of some of the ones I wanted to make, and then I thought to myself, you'll forget in the morning. You'll go to work and you'll get home. You're like, what the fuck was I trying to remember? It's like, it just be frustrating. So I took another sick day. I was off yesterday too. Oh, it's been so great. It's so great. I'm such a bum. Okay, here's the link. Oh, he was on, Robert. He was on today. He was fucking, I had him triggered. Bubs was live and I had his ass triggered. I thought it was just going to be a little mini spurt, but then he went on for like hours and hours. It was pretty good. I do have some of it. Maybe we could go over it a little bit. I really wanted to put it out as like videos, but yeah, he was pretty upset with me and Voodoo. And at one point he actually gave me an ultimatum. That was pretty cool. Oh, I feel fine, Hustle. I was just playing hooky, just taking the days off, like personal, personal, whatever you call it. What do they call it? Like self-care days or something. Oh, I don't know if he left it up or not. I don't care. I recorded a lot of it. So trolling Truthfinder. I don't know nothing about all that. He's crying now because he's not getting dick pics. That figures. He's a, I don't know, man. He's a fucking. I posted it. I posted the link, Bubs. It's somewhere in there. I thought I posted it. I did post it. I swear. Where'd it go? There it is. Right there. Yeah, Pat, scroll up. Truthfinder is a whack job. 100% he's a fucking whack job. Yeah, one of the things I found kind of interesting, I was listening to the little while ago, after Ghost got done with his stream, I had gone over to Nicolina's stream and I was listening to them, and one of the things I found interesting was the they were kind of, I guess they were kind of talking about they were what was she saying? She was saying something about like people picking on that Karen person and all of that kind of stuff, and I don't think she was. Well, I'll just tell it from my perspective. So like people in her chat were calling everyone, I guess, in Ghost chat and in AC's and Brett's or whatever. They were calling them transphobic. And now I know that word gets thrown around a lot, but I don't think it's fair to apply the definition of something phobic, right? To everyone. Um, I'm not afraid of spiders, but I don't like them, nor will I deny that they exist. Correct? Because there's like, I don't know, like science and that shit behind it, and plus what my eyeballs see and all of that, you know. So it's like I can prove they exist, I don't know. It's just facts, right? Um, I'm not afraid, like I'm just saying from my own perspective, I'm not afraid of transsexuals, and I don't deny that they exist. In fact, I don't deny anything about them, including what I perceive to be is a bit of a mental illness and delusion that they think that they are something that they are not. I happen to live my life by a few simple rules, and those rules have sayings. One of them is feelings aren't facts. And that's the God's honest truth. Feelings are not fucking facts. Sorry, they're just not. So I don't think it's fair to say that somebody that doesn't welcome anyone anywhere with necessarily open arms is transphobic or bigoted, right? But I couldn't help but think when Nicolina was saying she had gone on camera and she was being really serious and trying to level with everybody, I guess, and say something, I can't quote it verbatim, and I didn't record it, but it was something to the effect of that Karen, that's what she said. She said, this is Karen's life every day. And I thought, well, okay. I mean, I don't agree with what Truthfinder did, and I don't know this Karen person. I don't know if Karen's ever gone around and done shitty things like can be proven with Truthfinder or Rebel. But I couldn't help because people were in the chat, and Nicolina said it herself too. I'm gonna quit YouTube. This makes me excuse me. This makes me want to quit because of the hypocrisy. I can't stand the hypocrisy, right? Because I couldn't help but think to myself, well, I mean, apply the same thing to Truthfinder or apply the same thing to Rebel. I can live with my hypocrisy in regards to the two if I put Karen next to Rebel or Truthfinder, because mental illnesses aside, they do make a choice. They absolutely do, just like I do. And I just don't see how you get around that. You can hug all you want to. You can, sugarcoat it all you want to. But the bottom line is everyone is a hypocrite, right? Every single fucking one of us.
Speak for yourself.
And part of my deal, I will mute you, Bubs. And part of my deal, really and truly, is that I feel like me, myself, I'm loved by my creator because I am perfectly imperfect. And if Karen, maybe he does, maybe he doesn't, can't embrace that for himself, just like he says, he doesn't need anybody else to embrace it for him. And I agree. I absolutely 100% agree. And I only say he because he has never come to me and I have never crossed paths with him for him to respectfully request that I honor his wishes. To which I more than likely would oblige because I'm not a piece of shit. People throw these words around and they attach all of their feelers to them. And they just don't seem to get that they're the ones that decide the polarity of the meaning of the word. It's amazing to me. But whatever. Yeah, sugar crits, exactly, man. Double standards are my favorite kind when it's in my favor. Yes. Yes.
Do you know what I think is funny, bedtime clown?
Farts.
Since
Oh, sorry.
And you're really low, by the way.
Oh.
I got my volume cranked and I can barely hear you. But anyhow.
Can you hear me?
But anyhow,
Can you hear me
about that
now?
whole panel last night. What I find is really stupid. I wasn't gonna say nothing on this. I was gonna keep my mouth shut. Is the way I look at it, and chat may agree or disagree with me. You know, I was born the way I was fucking born.
Well, now so was Karen.
Just let me finish, right? So therefore, it doesn't matter what you do, you will still always have that DNA of who you are. And if you're that unhappy with who you were born as, then why should we do what you ask or demand? Because that was your option, your opinion to do whatever. If you want to do the whole trans whole thing, right?
Well,
Yes, that is totally up to you, and that is your right to do so. But why preach and get mad at people when they look and they point out the obvious?
Well, like I said, I didn't hear all of that. I just heard what little bit was getting played here and there on both channels. And I'm not, shitting on either one. I'm just saying I don't see the sense in getting mad at each other and breaking up, when it seems like there's so many irrational people that are being so divisive and there's very few rational ones. That makes no sense. And second off, it makes no sense because it's over something that is so blatantly obvious. I don't know, it's like,
And mine was just a whole general. I wasn't pointing any fingers at anybody. I was just, going off the panel that happened last night, and I'm just putting my thoughts because I couldn't get up on panel. But what I will say is Andrew and everybody else up on that panel, they were fucking funnier than shit, man. They were awesome.
like I said, I didn't hear it. I was asleep. I've been sleeping a lot last couple of days. But anyway, I just thought I'd throw that out there. I just, I don't see the sense in getting so fucking pissed off and upset about it, especially when somebody makes a choice to live their life so controversially. I mean, to me, it's just another person who thinks they're something that they're not. I mean, I don't. I mean, I only talk shit to Abe from time to time about him pretending to be a cop. So what? Deal. I mean, I just don't see the sense in getting an army of 200 to 400 people rallied up with their pitchforks and their torches over a few, low tier tranny jokes. It just doesn't make any sense to me. And it certainly doesn't make any sense to me to spurg about it. But whatever, man, that's me,
Yeah. I did watch the whole show from the start to the end. And,
was it good?
I was in chat, and a lot of it is that one individual egged it on as well. So
Well, you know.
so she can't, or he can't say that they were dogpiled. You know what I mean? Because that's far from the truth.
Oh, dog piling got thrown out there. Oof.
You're still really low.
Well, I don't know what to tell you, man. Am I still really low now? I don't
Yeah, you're really low. I can hardly
Oh,
hear
no.
you, man.
Hang on. Let me see what the hell's going on here. How about now? Is it better now?
So you can crank it about 600 more degrees.
Whoa. God, it's way up, man. It's way up. Hang on.
I don't know. And maybe it's just me. It was sounding good with my headphones on, but then my
Well, if
fucking
you're
sister had to try to call me and fucked up all that shit. So now I have no headphones.
Well, I mean, if you're listening on a speaker, that might be why you're not hearing it. You know, what I'm worried about is that it's going to blow people's ears out in chat. And as far as StreamYard goes, I can't turn it up anymore. Let me see. Maybe there's something else.
Let's try something.
See, that's like really loud to me. Like yours is really loud to me.
Is it? Yeah, that's because I have mine cranked way up.
Spurging should be, yeah.
See, now
Spurging
I turned mine down.
for cigarettes and weed needs only. That's right. Spurging should only be reserved for unnecessarily wishing death on people. Yeah, see, I think so too. I think it's too loud. You need your earbuds, Bubs. Here, as soon as it gets to a tolerable volume. Well, right now my mic it's going from green and into the yellow. So for my voice, that should be target for you guys that are listening. It's going from green into the yellow right before it gets to red. What about you, Bubs? Can you still hear me or no?
Oh yeah, I can hear you. You're just low. Yeah, I can't even connect my Bluetooth speaker that's out here.
Oh,
so
don't do
I would basically would have to drop this panel and come back up.
Yeah, don't connect the Bluetooth speaker because that fucks my. I mean, it doesn't. Your speaker won't fuck my shit up, but it will fuck your shit up. I think.
It might not, because it's meant for having phone calls and shit.
I know it, but I try to use mine as well sometimes, and it tears my shit up. It's like sometimes it acts right, and other times it's like, nah, fuck you. I'm not gonna do what you want me to do. I am indifferent as to whatever adult people want to be, who they want to sleep with, what body parts they want cut off or sewn on, as that is their choice. If that leads them to be criticized, does that put an obligation on me to defend them, though? No, it absolutely doesn't, moms. It absolutely 100% does not, in my opinion. You know, like I said before, if you choose, you know, if that's what you choose, then that's what you chose. You know, me personally, as a white male with long hair and a long beard, I think it would be absolutely ridiculous for me to be able to walk into certain bars, restaurants, parts of town, whatever it is, and just make demands that people accept me just because it's the nice thing to do. Oh, I mean, same thing, right? I mean, that'd be like me going to Kuwait and expecting to not be beheaded by some radical Islamist at some point or beat up in the street. That's fucking ridiculous. Okay, Kuwait and extreme and Islamic extremists is too extreme. All right, well, I mean, Moscow, Russia. Okay, I'll probably get thrown in the gulag, right? Because I may say it's wrong to kill your political enemies. Ridiculous. There you go, Bubs. How's that?
Just give me
No,
a second here.
that's ridiculous, Pat. Oh, oops. Should it be a crime to misgender someone? No, that's dumb. Now, moms, we're all hypocritical, though. That's the whole thing. We're all hypocritical at some point in time or another about something, right? I mean, just take Bubs. Just take church for example. There's some churches that are like, there's no sinners here. That's ridiculous. Church wouldn't exist if it wasn't for sinners. I mean, Jesus even said that himself in the Bible, right? He wasn't talking to the pious people. I don't know. To me, but I mean, if you mean hypocritical very topically, well, I guess even deeply, but if it was like, I mean, I'm a chain smoker, but I was going around telling people and preaching to people how bad smoking is and how they shouldn't smoke, and even making them feel like shit about themselves or dogging them out for smoking, and then I'm turning around and I'm fucking lighting my 5th Marlboro Red in 10 minutes. I mean, to me, that would be a bit hypocritical, or like, I don't know, Lance Armstrong, right? And his performance enhancing drugs. That's hypocritical. So I can see being, like, I won't tolerate that kind of shit. But as far as, I mean, trying to consider everyone's perspective here, which I'm not that good at, but if I imagine, and okay, sorry to repeat myself. I imagine that maybe from the settlement, or maybe from AC's side, right, might say, well, why is it okay to pick on one mentally ill person, but it's not okay to pick on another one just because they think that they're a different gender? That's ridiculous. I don't know if that's what they would say verbatim. This is my imagination, people. Let me preface it with that. I mean, it just, because, what if at the end of the day, and I know that's a big fat what if, but you never make me believe that Truthfinder is a sane person any more than you'll make me believe that Rebel is. The reason that I'll tell you straight up, the reason that I pick on Rebel is because of his level of malevolence towards everyone else. Really and truly, that's what it is. And I don't care if he learns a lesson. I don't care if he gets a job. None of that means a fucking thing to me. The only thing, as a quote unquote troll, whatever, that gets any kind of response, honestly, out of me and makes me smile when I'm online fucking with that guy, is the fact that he wants me dead. I mean, what do y'all want? I'm petty like that, That's it.
The saddest thing is you're not the only person he wants dead.
Oh, I know. He wants a lot of people dead. He wishes they were all dead. Fuck him.
Me too. Yeah, and he thinks that he can just, try to work in, and forget about what he's all said. And, there's a lot of hateful things that you, as an individual, I don't think can never take back. Like, I don't know how I would live with myself if I went back and did a review in my stream and I heard saying, I'm going to pew you, pew, pew your whole family. You know, or I wish your whole family death. Like, you know, you can't take that crap back. Once that kind of stuff is said, it's said. You know, for those that want to maybe forgive or forget, you know, that's up to them. But you know, you shouldn't be saying shit like that unless you honestly mean it. That's the way I look at it.
Yeah, I mean, look, if he were to apologize profusely to me and Voodoo Queen over and over and over for the next 5 fucking years, it might make a difference for somebody, but it won't be me. I don't care. You know, yeah, I mean, maybe I would go away if he started doing that. I don't know. I doubt it. I doubt it very seriously because, like I said, I'm just fucking petty and mildly retarded myself. So, you know, like a cat batting around a fucking mouse, that's just the way it is, you know. And I know I'm not the only one that feels that way. And again, feelings aren't facts, but the fact is, Rebel, get over it, man. It's just words on the internet. Learn to live with it. You know what I mean? And that goes for them other people that get upset over bullshit. It's fucking bullshit.
I'm sorry, but your fucking feelings don't trump my rights. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, again, feelings aren't facts. You know, if you've ever noticed, I mean, even Rebel, right? He gets mad and pissed off, and then eventually it subsides. So feelings can't be facts. They just can't. They don't. What's his favorite word? Collaborate. Coalesce, collaborate. Where's my Voodoo's?
You keep using the word. I don't think it means what you think it means.
Yeah, I mean it. Oh, hang on a second. I gotta mute. Bubs, don't use drugs on my stream. Kill your camera. Pretty please.
I didn't think you seen that. I was trying not to.
How in the world did you think that I wasn't going to see you smoke a bong on camera?
I was trying to put it down off to the side.
Here, this is perfect. Hang on a second. Hang on. You can do. Don't worry about your camera. I got it. I got this, man. Give me a chance to put this up. I need to fix this where it gets faster. I see somebody's in here calling out hypocrisy. Maybe we'll see. Hang on. We'll get to you, Mr. Hypocrisy caller outer person.
Don't worry, I'll just turn my cam a little bit more.
I got it. It's right here. Hang on. Bloop. We'll put it up there. We'll screen it. Yes, these were the good old days. Oh, it says preview stopped working. Did it stop working? Oh no. I need this over here, I think. Dang it.
That's why I try to mute my mic every time I do it, but I forget every once in a while.
Yeah, just turn your camera off. I lost my thing. I have to figure it out.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine. It's all good. I'll just mute my end and just move a little bit more.
There. Now you're good. Okay. Let's see. Let me know when you're done. Says collate. Yeah, collate. This person says the settlement says they want people dead all the time. You still enjoy him. I guess Bub. I don't know if that's to you or me. Don loves that movie. Yes, so does Voodoo. Showing some hypocrisy, dear Bub. Yeah.
Eh?
Didn't go how I wanted it. We'll try it again later. Rebels.
You can put me back up on the screen. I just
Really?
mute myself here.
Okay. Relationship advice and sell women on adopting all adult males. Apparently, men who are employed are more likely to cheat, in his opinion. Oh my God. Oh, wow. He's amazing sometimes. What was Bub's? You'll have to, when Bub's unmutes, I'll have to ask him what his response is on whatever statement. Yeah, so I'll check. I'm an actual. Well, we know there's actual people behind all the socks, right? I mean,
ask me what?
I don't know. This person wanted a.
Put me up.
Said. This person said they wanted a response on your statement, whatever your statement was. Oh, because okay, there we go. It's to Bubs because he said he would feel bad if he did a live saying to off peeps he'd feel bad.
Yeah, I would, because it's not right to wish death or harm upon somebody else. Just because you hate somebody else, or you don't like what somebody else is doing, or you don't agree with what they're saying, doesn't mean you have to go and verbally tell people to go and off yourselves. And that comment was towards Connie, aka Rebel, or as I call him on my stream, Dead Carcass.
Bubs, did you make a video of death threats to someone?
No.
Yeah, I don't recall that either. But I don't see every stream. I don't know. You know, who knows? If he says no, he says no. He didn't do that.
So who's the death threat to?
Mm-hmm. I have no idea. Hey, Ed.
Hillbilly. So who's that death threat to? Come on, I'm waiting.
I don't have the Jeopardy theme. I'm writing that down. This makes it differently. Interesting. Thank you for answering. But he's okay and laughs while watching others say it makes it different. I don't know how it makes it. I don't know. I don't really know what the point is here, other than people tell other people to kill themselves online. Happens a lot and has been happening a lot for decades.
And unfortunately, that's a lot to do with some form of a mental illness. And for people to go and do or say shit like that is just, ridiculous.
I'm more of a fan of telling people like to get pushed down a flight of stairs and land face first in a rainbow colored puddle of AIDS. I mean, that's
wish karma.
That's kind of my thing. But I have not done that on YouTube. Like, in my other internet activities many moons ago, I used to do that kind of thing. I tried to keep it lighthearted, but that's not necessarily telling them to go kill themselves. Kind of ride that line.
But again, if you're stupid enough to go and do it because words over the internet,
Well, now see,
you know, well, you shouldn't be online, right? Because if you're that unstable, you know,
well,
hey,
well, the thing is, Bubs, is people, not all the people that are in that situation, but a lot of the people in that situation, if they are, say, suicidal or maybe feeling that way, you know, they may be fine one day on the outside, but on the inside, you know, there's something welling up in them and over them, and it could be something that's been there for years and years and years and years, you know, and then one day, boom, they're gone, you know. And so I think that that's why, you know, some candor and you know, some positive demeanor on the part of others, you know, not just going, I hope you fucking kill yourself, you know what I mean, like, might be warranted on part of everyone. But at the same time, you're not wrong in that they, you know, you should be aware of where you are, right, when you're on the internet in general, because guess what, again, people get in their feelings aren't facts, all of that good shit, and they, you know, it's just like traffic on the highway. You know, you're driving around thinking to yourself, man, this traffic really sucks, I wish it was moving a little faster, and the next thing you know, there's two people a couple lanes over, a few cars ahead of you now, and they're fucking road raging at each other, and one of them's pointing a gun, you know. And if you're just happen to feel like you might wish you had that gun to put it in your mouth and pull the trigger and end it all because you just can't fucking take it anymore, well, there you go, there's your fucking perspective, you know. This is why, in my opinion, you know, sayings like do unto others, right, as you would have done to yourself, exist. This is also why sayings like feelings aren't facts exist, you know. So it's not just so cut and dry unless you're just sort of in the middle of the stream and not being extreme, in my opinion. That's just me, though. You know, I don't.
figure of speech, or maybe not figure of speech, but for an example. So if I, you know, I'll use you bedtime because, you know, you won't take it personally. So if I said to you, bedtime clown, I hope you get in an accident, okay? And then all of a sudden you get in an accident. Is that my fault because you got in an accident? Or is it just words on the internet?
I can actually tell you a story about this that is exactly what that is what happened, where my ex and her best friend at 3 o'clock in the, well, which was also one of my best friends, all three of us were friends, at 3 o'clock on a fucking Saturday morning, me and my buddy Justin are coming back from buying some acid in another town, and we're fucking 17, 18 years old, and he and I are in his Suzuki, his like 1990 Suzuki Samurai, and we're bumping along from this other town headed to my house, and we've got like a fucking 24 pack of beer, which we shouldn't have, in the back. We've got 5 books of fucking acid on us. We've got dope out the wazoo. We're high. We're fucking whatever, you know, at 3 o'clock in the morning, puppy, and we come up to this intersection about a block away from my house, and my ex and her best friend, our best friend, those two girls are coming the opposite direction, sitting at the stoplight. And my ex looks and sees the samurai and goes, oh, there he is. I hope they get in an accident. And simultaneously, while all this is happening, okay, I can see this black Cadillac, right, that is going perpendicular to us intersection. And I am telling my buddy Justin, dude, because we have the green light, I'm like, dude, that car ain't stopping. That car ain't stopping. Motherfucker T-bones us and knocks the fucking samurai over on its goddamn side. Now, just so happens that woman was an elderly woman who was escaped from her assisted living center and was in the middle of having a fucking seizure when the 5 of us all encountered each other at that fucking intersection at that fucking moment at 3:00 in the morning. No shit. That actually happened.
And for the record, I did not know nothing about this story when I used that as an example.
So, no,
Ironic.
it wasn't my ex's fault whatsoever. That's fucking ridiculous. Fucking ridiculous. But you know what the one big difference is, right? I did not hear my ex say that out loud. Now, that doesn't change anything for me. And the reality that she can say a lot of fucking things and put whatever energy she wants to out into the fucking universe. The universe doesn't fucking work like that. Sorry, people, it doesn't. Santa Claus isn't real either. But another very good saying to live by is just because you can doesn't mean you should. And I'll leave that there for y'all. Yeah. That's the way I feel about it. Rebel can wish me harm all motherfucking day. He can't call me on the phone anymore because he never had our real numbers anywho. You know, but he can wish me death and harm all he fucking wants to until he's blue in the goddamn face. I don't give two shits. You know. Yeah, Virgo away. I'm sorry. And the Easter Bunny, unfortunately, Shelly is the Easter Bunny's mother, and she cut his balls off. So, Bubs, now that I've told you that story, what do you got to say to that?
Well, I would just using that as an example type thing, because people want to try to blame others just because of others' words or just because something unfortunate happened to them. They like to just blame it on others that are on these streets.
Mm-hmm.
And my point that I was trying to get across is because I said something doesn't mean I'm responsible for what happens to you. Right? Because it's only words that I'm saying. Do I mean them? No. It's for entertainment purposes and to have fun. And I think that's what most of us creators on here try to do.
I like conversation. That's what I like. And I like a little bit of the fighting back and forth, but not too much. You know, I mean, that's just the way I am. But you know, I don't know, when you're ready to take up arms, you know, and just, oh, I can't fucking stand these people. Well, that just means you couldn't stand them to begin with, in my opinion. Number one. And number two, if you're going to pick hypocrisy as the hill to die on, I say don't bother and live another day. You know? Because there's just as much hypocrisy on the side, if not more, that you're attempting to defend as on your own fucking side. And when everyone is covered in cow shit, you all need to go take a fucking bath. Know what I mean? That's just the way it works. I don't know. Well, moms, you know, we've been down that road a lot too, you know. Exactly? It's like, what, am I not allowed to listen now? You know, and I was seeing some people in both chats saying, not to the, well, they were saying it to the creators of both channels, but they were saying it more to incite chat, you know, in a negative context, to say those other people are gatekeeping. Well, yeah, I mean, listen, are you in the business of like going and knocking on people's doors while they're watching television? Not YouTube, not Reddit, not fucking TikTok or Instagram or any of that. They're just watching their local fucking whatever news television station. You go bang on their door and go, stop watching that. Ah, it's fucking ridiculous. Shut the fuck up. Right? Who does that? Well, that was a dumb question. Who does that? Obviously, internet idiots. That's who fucking does that.
I got a question for everybody. How the fuck do you gatekeep someone that is their own individual person? How do you gatekeep them?
You have to start at the beginning, Bubs. It starts with gay. Okay, you cannot have gate without gay. Hey, Richard, how you doing? I hope all is well with you too.
Hey, Richard Cheese. You let Richard Cheese up. We all know he has a mic and cam.
I mean, especially Jane, like she said, I'm only responsible for what I say and do. And just because I'm in someone's chat don't mean I agree with everything they say. Right. I mean, I go to chats and I make the corniest, dumbest, hopefully just to get a laugh out of people jokes. Because I like to fancy myself as funny and clever. Okay? Listen, don't judge me and don't knock it till you try it. Your day might actually go better rather than being like, oh my God, all of these hateful bigots. I can't take it. Blah, 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 blah. One thing I've noticed in my life, the only place these hateful fucking bigot, transphobic, racist pieces of shit exist is on the fucking internet. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that crazy? I don't run into this at the grocery store. I don't run into it at Home Depot. I heard that reference get thrown out there earlier in one of those streams. Go to Home Depot. That's the place I'm most likely to experience this kind of behavior. It's like, yeah, I've Home Depot was my second home for the last 30 years. I've literally never seen what you're fucking talking about. Okay. Next. Anyways, I don't know.
I do have to say I do live in a pretty sorry for the pun, a gayness city, where there's a lot of that, trans shit that goes on. There's men here that look so much like women. I was walking to my ex's one day. True story.
You were like,
coming down. I was coming down the hill, and I was like, "Damn."
You were like, "Damn."
Doesn't look too bad.
Look at him.
I get up closer, and I was like, "I want to puke."
Welcome to Bruce Jenner's.
I just don't understand how people can just go to the opposite. I can understand. I'm sorry, women, carpet munchers. I can understand that. That's kind of entertaining, right? But I just don't know how you can do the other stuff. You know what I mean?
Well, Bubs, don't worry about it, right? I mean, I don't. I think on both sides of the issue, people are way too worried about what, other people aren't worried about. That's a miserable existence, in my opinion.
Oh, I don't worry about it. I just kind of worry about
a little bit of wisdom for you all.
I just worry about the lifestyle that they live. Like, it can't be happy. They can't be absolutely at peace with themselves. But I'm not a bigot, I have gay friends. I have, all the power to you. I just wish the best for you. You know what I mean? Really. As long as you don't hit on me.
I have a gay coworker. He carries a purse. Yes, he carries a purse. And yeah, that's all I can say about it. He has children. He's married to a woman. He's extremely obese. And I used to work with his cousin at a different company for like 10 or 12 years. I've known this guy, and I do not get along with him at all because he's a lazy lump on a log. Hey, Miss Joe. And he's a shit talker. All he does is talk shit, talk. Whenever everybody else is producing results, he's like talk. And he thinks it's okay to get paid by watching Netflix on his phone all motherfucking day. And if it were up to me, I'd fire his ass in a fucking heartbeat. But it's not up to me, and I don't sign his check, and I'm not taking his inventory, and what he does is none of my business. But he does carry that teeny tiny little man purse. And I do, from time to time, make fun of him because I want to know what he's going to do when he's out with his family and somebody walks up to mug him and pulls a fucking gun on him and says, "Give me your purse, bitch," and they're not talking to his wife. Because that's the world we live in, man.
I don't know how bad this situation is, but my sister and I like to go to this one Timmy's. And there is a gay guy that works there. He's quite, he doesn't hide it. I don't know if he carries a purse, but you can totally tell in his voice and everything. But I'll tell you what, he's one of the best employees at that Timmy's. He's prompt, he's awesome, and he's very social. Like he's awesome. He's, in my opinion, he's one of the best employees there.
But Richard, an undrawn gun loses in that situation. And if he's got a gun in the purse, he not only loses his purse, he loses the gun. He already lost his manhood by carrying the purse. You know what I mean? He's one of these weird people. He's kind of like Ernie Shell, where he has to have bling, like Walmart cheap bling on everything. It's gay as fuck, but he doesn't see it that way. But again, to each his own. I mean, I don't bust his balls too bad over it. I just
He doesn't have balls.
Just ask him straight up, like, what are you gonna do when somebody comes up and says, "Give me your purse, bitch," and your wife is like, "Who you talking to, me or him?" And the motherfucker goes, "Both y'all." Give me your purses, bitches. And I was gonna. That guy had annoyed me not too long ago, and I'd put up a community post. I was gonna do a video of me dusting his area with a full bottle of argon from my area, but he I don't know if he's like stalking my social media or what, but he shouldn't be, because none of them should know about it. But it wouldn't surprise me if they haven't stalked somehow and found out, like, my channel. But that motherfucker was going to get antiqued with, welding and grinding dust, a lot of it, because he was blowing dust to, in like passive aggressively under our little welding screen. But then he moved his area. And so I could still do it, but there's cameras. Like, it would look really fucking malicious if I were to go do it now. And it's like, yeah, no, I'm not going to do that. Although I could, if I really wanted to, I could feed a pipe under my stuff over to his stuff and like blow it off the fucking wall if I really wanted to. But I'm just not that interested. Yeah, Richard, he welds sometimes, very little. He is a welder, supposedly. His welds look like pigeon shit. and
Like what mine would look like.
he takes like 50,000 times longer to do something than it should take, and he's a clock milker. He also has two side hustles. I'm not going to dox his name, but I will tell you that he steals YouTubers' content and takes money for weddings and events and stuff like that and plays it as a DJ as his own. And the other thing he does is he perpetuates. Okay, I don't want to offend anybody. He perpetuates an industry of dog breeding that should be highly fucking regulated, and it's not. I'll put it that way. And he has him and his 6-year-old son jack off dogs and inseminate females so that he can sell them online. I personally find him to be a reprehensible, reprobate piece of shit human being that I can't fucking stand. But I have to work with the guy, and I do not have to talk to him. So I don't, So
Sometimes,
yeah.
sometimes things are better to leave alone.
Virgo, it's not designer breed. It's reckless what he does, actually, because it's a breed of dog that is known for their I don't want to call it reckless behavior because that means intent. Those dogs don't really intend to be so reckless with their behavior. It's their breeding. And he perpetuates it, and I think it's fucking disgusting. But that's just me.
See,
Yeah.
And then there's a person like me. I look at it as it's all the handler's fault for the way the animal acts, because the animal is only as smart as what you teach it.
I mean, it depends. It depends, Bubs, because there's a lot of like AKC registered dogs that have been inbred so much that when they're tiny little puppies, you can't really tell, what's going to happen in the next 2 years of a dog's life. I can't remember what that kind of dog is. Yorkie. The Yorkies are a good example of this. So I'm sorry, Virgo, I'll stop. But Yorkies, I mean, this happens all the time with little Yorkies where they grow up and all of a sudden they just want to bite and lash out to everyone and everything. They come off as hateful and they just run in fucking circles because of what happens in their brains when they become, get out of adolescence and into adulthood. And it's straight up, on the breeders. It has nothing to do with the customer that bought the fucking dog, other than they probably shouldn't be buying what they're buying, who they're buying it from, and that's not the breed of dog that he jerks off and does that with. But it's, in my opinion, it's still the same principle. Now, I'm not a welder. I'm not a vet tech. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a fucking lawyer. I'm just a welder. Abe's favorite saying, I'm just a guy on YouTube with an opinion. My opinion is, I think it's disgusting.
People like that should be locked up. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's like bestiality, or whatever that is when they do that stuff with animals. All those people should all be locked up because they're all fucked up in the head.
Yeah. Well, then, Jane, you probably know what I'm talking about, and it's sad because when you run into that, the only reason I brought Yorkies up is because I actually have experience with this across 20 years and 3 different dogs, not that were my own, but were in my family. And part of that was 2 different breeders taking advantage of elderly people not knowing. And then the thousands of dollars that they spent on trying to quote unquote fix the dogs when you can't fix that, so it's a whole thing. It's disgusting. And the people that are the people that are doing the fucking, you know, the dog stuff, you know, are more to blame than anyone, in my opinion. And they shouldn't be doing that for a few extra bucks, lest one of those dogs bite their fucking face off.
But why should the dogs be tortured like that?
Well, I agree with you. You know, they shouldn't be. They shouldn't be, Bubs. But that's the world we live in. You know? Oh, I've got to get Made by Jim Bob imitating Jordan Peterson, going, you know, Bucko. Oh, hang on. I'll
Why pick on?
That's the one we live in, Bucko. You know.
Why pick on a Canadian?
Well, because what's his name? I just said his name and I can't remember. Oh my god.
Jordan Peterson.
Do you like Jordan Peterson?
He's
I don't.
Canadian citizen.
I don't dislike Jordan Peterson. Just for the record, I think Made by Jim Bob's impressions of Jordan Peterson are hilarious. That's all that is.
I don't mind Jordan Peterson. He's sticking up for our rights, and he's helping. He's working with hopefully our new prime minister.
Now,
Here.
when we were talking about government the other day, is the new prime minister going to be the other guy that was bitching at the speaker when Justin Trudeau was bitching at the speaker?
I don't know.
He was the leader. I think he was the labor guy.
He was the leader of the the con, not the libs, but
yeah, he
Justin
definitely
Trudeau Justin Trudeau is a lib. His cabinet needs to get out, and the Conservatives need to get in. And Polyev should be our next new prime minister, and hopefully he will fix. There is no good politician by no means, but he's the better one out of the worst, right?
got to be better than the guy. I don't think he was ever the prime minister, was he? The dude, the fat guy that was like fucking running around doing coke and banging hookers and doing all kinds of crazy shit. Remember that guy? I don't think he was the prime minister of anything, but he may have been like the fucking mayor or something. I can't remember.
Kenny or no?
Died.
Not Kenny. Question.
Okay.
I just saw that in that little pinup that says question.
I guess that's a good question. I don't know. She hates her new phone. That is not a question. That's a statement.
Yes, very much so.
So, anyways, yeah, fucking. So yeah, Rebel, and all the Tom Foolery that's been going on the last couple of days. Y'all are crazy. But I don't hold it against anybody, I guess. I try not to anyway. Bubs, are you there? Hello.
I am. I'm still here.
I wonder why Katie ran away.
You scared her off.
Oh.
Actually, no. She's probably over playing with that new buzzer.
Probably trying to figure out how to. She's probably trying to figure out how to turn her laptop on.
Oh, Katie's not that dumb. She does
sorry.
say that she.
I had some kind of a mechanical failure there. I didn't get to finish my sentence. And record the buzzer and play it as cool as I did. That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah, but she's probably over there playing with it. She's probably gonna go do a live stream here soon.
Well,
And
actually,
probably-
talking what Dawn and Virgo are talking about, that was pretty horrible. And I mean, I was surprised to see also Warren Sapp back at, I didn't, I just saw something on NFL Network before the Super Bowl that Warren Sapp was part analyst or whatever, or just not colored, but color analyst or whatever on one of the networks. And I thought, what the fuck are they letting that motherfucker back in there for? But then again, they let Michael Irvin. I mean, Michael Irvin's been in a lot of trouble, but I'm not sure, but I don't think he's ever been like convicted of like beating down possibly hookers in elevators and shit, like at big sporting events like Warren Sapp has. But I think they gave Warren Sapp a second chance, maybe a third or fourth chance, like a hell of a lot quicker than they did Michael Vick. But if that shit were to happen today, I can't help but wonder, would it have gone the same for Michael Vick today as it did back then? Because I mean, it can't, like, cancel culture was a lot was stronger back then, in my opinion. And this was before like Charlie Sheen and all of that shit. Because this ruined a man's political career. Enthusiasm ruined his career somehow. So, I don't know, man. But the only thing I hate is they won't charge everyone the same as they charged him. Keep it consistent. Yeah, and I guess it all depends too. Hey, Betty, on like where it all happens. He was a heroin.
That is a heroin.
Yeah, or Ray Lewis. Yeah.
The saddest thing is both governments, your guys' and ours up here, are just as corrupted as the other one.
Wait, did you just call our government corrupt, sir?
Unfortunately, yes, I did.
I mean, duh. Thanks for pointing out the obvious.
So what do you expect from the government, right?
I don't really have a lot of expectations. I will say this. I was enjoying lower taxes, lower gas prices, no supply chain issues, and just general, as a working middle class person, I was enjoying life under Clinton, under most of Bush, until 9/11 happened. And then when I really saw our freedoms not getting stripped away, I mean, people had a choice. They just didn't read the fine print, and then they chose it. So I don't know, and then, Obama was terrible for the middle class working man such as myself. And then Trump came along, and everything within less than 2 years was great, other than a bunch of fucking snowflakes burning down, what was perceivably half of the United States over shit that just flat wasn't true. And then the pandemic happened and the election got stolen, and here we are. So I don't know, I mean, what can I expect from government? I guess a shit show, just like I can expect here on fucking YouTube, right? I don't.
So if you guys ever go over to the shit show, while you're in there watching the shit show, just think, I'm watching just like how my government is acting. Shitty.
I mean, I don't know. I don't really have an expectation from the government. I would appreciate it if Microsoft would quit being a bunch of cucks But I don't think that'll happen because apparently they love being cucks. And
Bill Gates is a pussy.
well, he's not a pussy. I disagree. I disagree with that because it takes some real balls to just want to get into millions and millions and millions. I mean, the hundreds of possibly billions of people's personal fucking business and fuck it up. That takes balls. So I don't think he's so much of a pussy as he is a creepy, curtain twitching weirdo. But that's just me. I could be wrong.
The only reason why I say what I say is because for those that know a little bit about politics, is the World Economic Forum. He is right in there with them. He is just as corrupted as Klaus Schwab and Trudeau
Well,
and
didn't Bill Gates got sued by an entire country and won, if I remember correctly, back in like 2003 or something. I mean,
something like that way back.
Microsoft got sued by the entirety almost of Europe and lost. Oh, it was like World War 2.5 played out in a fucking courtroom. Talk about a waste of global resources. Anyway, what do I know? Yes, Virgo, a twitching weirdo, a pearl clutcher, right? You think about it, like he's putting shit. I mean, maybe not Bill personally, but like right now on my desktop, I have this little thing. It's called Copilot, and in parentheses it says preview. I didn't put that there. I don't need any help from these motherfuckers other than to stay the fuck out of my business, and they won't. They absolutely won't do it. I mean, they want to watch what you surf online. They want to listen to what you're saying. And then they are the ultimate cucks and rats. Because if you say something that might get their panties in a twist, what's the first thing they do? They rat you the fuck out. And that's your goddamn co-pilot. That's your cloud. That's your co-pilot. That's that fucking cuckold hooker Siri. That's that stupid fucking idiot from whatever the other one is, Bixby. What a fucking retard. All of that. That's what all that is. It's a bunch of fucking cuckoldry. Fucking weirdos. They're not happy watching their own shit and possibly posting it in a seedy chat room or website for everybody to point and laugh at. They have to put it on to everybody else. I think it's disgusting.
You guys want to have even a bigger laugh?
Yes.
You guys might want to do a little research, but here, our nice, lovely Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, has sold all of our Canadian rights to the we. I mean, our health records, everything. The World Economic Forum has it all. So when they go digital, they don't need to do nothing.
I'm going to go get a cup of coffee. I'll be right back. Okay. We're back with Bubs. Oh, the dog wants out. She's got these. We put these bells on the door so she can ring these bells when she wants out. And
That's genius.
yeah, the only problem is it didn't take her long to figure out that she could also ring the bell to demand food or attention.
You don't need to say anymore. Hey, some of us pet lovers, I'm sure we know where you're going with that.
I mean, whatever her little heart desires, she rings the bell, and it's funny because, well, it kind of sucks because there's wind chimes that the neighbors have that sound just like the fucking bells. So sometimes it's like you hear it and I don't know, you have to like physically look. Is she at the door? No, it's just the wind chimes. And then you'll hear the chimes 2 or 3 more times and look, and then there she is. She's standing there. So, but yeah, she's oh, Dawn. So I had a Facebook account many moons ago. I made one back in like 2008. The name was Tom Hagen, criminal enterprise representative and lawyer consigliere for the Corleone crime family. It had no pictures, no content, no nothing. This was back before Facebook. I mean, it literally within a day or two, it had just come online. So I made a profile for the same reason everybody else does, to stalk and harass my mortal enemies online. Anyway, long story short, I never used it for anything. I literally never fucking used it because it became apparent pretty fucking quick that Facebook was lame as fuck. Fast forward like 15 years, and I would get these emails in one of my Gmails that I set it up with every fucking day, sometimes multiple times a day, from no one other than Tom. Not me, Tom. Tom, the Facebook friend Tom. You know, try out this new feature, try that out, blah, blah, blah. I'll just ignore the shit out of it. So like fucking 15 years later, I log into this, or I attempt. No, I did. I logged into it, and I discovered that my Facebook had been taken over. I mean, I'm still not sure if it was hacked. I don't know, but by like this Russian TikTok tween model influenced or a gram person. Okay, it wasn't Tom from MySpace. I thought Facebook had one. I thought Facebook had a guy. I can't remember. Maybe it was Mark. Fuck, I have no idea. But yeah, it had been taken over by, and she had like these fucking big old friends. She must have been like 17 years old. And she had all of these pictures using Tom Hagen. I mean, all over. I was blown away. I shut that down fucking immediately. Like, yeah. Get rid of that account because I don't know, Ed. It was like, what the hell, dude? Anyway.
So you know that you're starting to get old, bedtime clown, when you start mentioning MySpace and stuff like that.
Oh, I remember back before there was any of that bullshit.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So do I.
Yeah, I remember or not Facebook, but YouTube's early days. Man, talk about some crazies on here. Imagine what it would have been like if live streaming had been a thing back in 2007, 2008. That would have been great. Jane, you've never heard of MySpace. I never got on MySpace, though. I remember it being around, but I never fucked with it. Yeah. Oh, the good old days.
Yeah, and then there was the Yahoo chat. I hunted in there lots.
Yeah, that was a little I mean the Yahoo thing, and I was trying to remember the other one. Oh, I could swear it started with an A. I can't remember. It wasn't AOL. Don't say AOL. There was Yahoo, there was AOL, and there was another one that was like a star. The logo, it had a star and a fuck, I don't remember.
ICQ?
No, I don't know. And that was a little bit, I mean, thinking back to when in my mid-teens, late teens, you know, I mean, we would fuck around on our parents' computers. And really all we saw was porn. And then some weirdos talking about emailing each other, you know, pornographic pictures. That was basically it. Not saying that was all there was available. I know that's not true, but you know, I mean, that's what we saw. And then, you know, my generation, for the most of us, cool kids, I should say, let me preface that, spent the remainder of the mid to late 90s hanging out in the real world and only using the internet from time to time, getting high, drinking alcohol, driving fast cars, building fast cars, banging chicks, impregnating them, and getting arrested and possibly serving prison time until we entered the workforce, like normal fucking American kids should be doing. And then all of that went to hell after 9/11.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I don't know how y'all remember it, but that's how I remember it.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah, Virgo, she remembers. Voodoo looks at me and goes, "You're an idiot."
Why are we idiots?
When I recount the old times.
Why?
No. I'm being facetious.
Because I was gonna say those are the good days.
I mean, you know, that's subjective, but
Well, yeah, neither here or there, but you know, there were days better than what we have now.
yeah. Jane, I was not a hoe. Yeah,
Back in his teenage years, Jane, maybe.
that's all I knew was hoes.
You, as a male, just like Jane said.
Chicks with standards didn't want to be around me. You know,
People had standards back.
it's not
when you were
entirely
a kid.
that have standards, but I mean, I ran them off pretty quick.
Please preface this as long ago.
This was a long time ago. Yeah, net zero. Yeah, I mean, we all did some crazy shit when we were young, you know.
I don't know about you, bedtime clown, but between 30 to 40 years ago was about good times.
Yeah, and then you figure out that you got to pay for those good times, like, you know, sometimes emotionally, sometimes socially, monetarily, you know, those kind of things. And then it's like, you know, I don't know about you, but I struggled with some of that over time, and then, you know, you start to realize that there's so much more to life. You know, it's not just all partying and having a good time. It's not just all doom and gloom. It's, you know, there's a balance. There's a balance there, and balance is important in every aspect of life, I think.
Yeah, it doesn't matter yet. Exactly.
Yeah. So
balance is the balance.
And striking a balance has certainly made me a lot happier and content. I know that.
What year were you born?
I ain't telling you that.
Okay, fine. I'll go this. I'll go this route. Okay. Are you older or younger than me? I will be 46 in August.
I ain't telling you that either.
You can't say if you're older or younger.
No. I mean, I
Are
can,
you?
but
Are
I
you
don't
a
want.
Gen X baby?
Yes.
Okay. 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 So the Gen X babies had the best years, which I am a Gen X as well, right? At the end, but I am still a Gen X.
Yeah, I don't. You know, Generation X, if you go by what Google says, is a fairly large window of people.
Very.
Yes, Lady Witch, 1842 is correct. This is why I told Silver Diamond the other day that she doxed my great grandpappy.
Did she? Or was it just like a joke?
No, that was a joke.
Oh, okay. That's what I thought.
Most of what I say is a joke.
You're a joke.
Most of it.
The
I'm
only
just-
seriousness of
I'm
the
just
only seriousness from you is Voodoo Queen.
do what?
The only seriousness that comes from you is Voodoo Queen.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't disagree. I mean, I am serious about her, so it would kind of correlate that some seriousness about her would, you know, I don't know what the fuck I'm trying to say right now.
She's definitely a voice of reason. She definitely understands. Well, most women have that.
Yeah, just clowning around. Yep, basically it. And spanking a few bottoms here and there when they deserve it. And hopefully propping some people up. I'm always happy when I hear, like, you know, good
Want
stuff
that on the panel.
and good, you know, I'm always happy about that. And I try to be positive. You know, if somebody says, "Hey, I've been sober for 2 days," I'm like, "Oh, you've got a long way to go," or some bullshit like that, you know. I try to prop positive people up for positive things. You know, and if somebody feels like I don't do enough of that, well, then maybe they need to do something to warrant it. You know, I don't know. Or go get air blown up your skirt from somebody else that doesn't mind blowing air up your skirt.
If
You
any
know?
women want their skirts blowing up, hey, I got an air compressor in my bedroom with a lock and doorknob.
I didn't understand a word you just said.
I said, for any ladies that have skirts or dresses want their skirts blowing up, I have an air compressor in my bedroom with a lock and doorknob.
Why do you have an air compressor in your bedroom, Bubs?
Why? Because I blow up my RC when it gets dirty, and
Oh.
I blow up my computer. But it's,
Gotcha.
in the summertime, it's usually out in the shop out here.
I think Voodoo would get really upset with me if I brought the air compressor into the bedroom to do anything other than lay floor or paint something or run a finish nail gun or something like that.
Why would you do that? I have my own air compressor, the small one, in the closet, and my closet's from airbrush.
Oh. I don't even own a skirt. It is my
Queen.
it is.
Queen. You two, you and Bedtime Clown, need
She's
to
not.
go shopping and go and buy him a dress or a skirt and get him to go on cam.
She's not listening, Bubs.
Aww. You do it first. I would absolutely do it if someone else was to do it.
I saw this guy had something to say, or girl, to me the other day. Said that somehow I beg for friends or something when I asked Katie if I should not get that CAD number tattooed on my forehead. It was a joke. And it's like, it's so serious. I mean, do I go around begging for friends? Is that how I'm seen? You know, I spend all my time going around begging, please be my friend.
You should get a sticker with that number on it and stick it on your forehead.
I was gonna get it tattooed on my forehead because they were saying it's illegal. It's illegal. What the fuck? Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit.
And sir, yes, I did spend a lot of time over on
It
overnight in town.
didn't trigger me. It's the fact that you're like the only person that talks shit. So I mean, how am I not gonna remember it? You know what I mean? I mean, I don't have hundreds and hundreds of people or even a small number of people attacking me with tons and tons of socks. I don't generally get attacked at all. So I don't know how I wouldn't remember it. And if triggered is putting you on the spot and asking you what's up with that, well, I guess consider me triggered.
Or if that was directed to me, I'm not triggered.
I mean, I don't know. Was it an attack? Yes, joking is definitely the new begging. There's several of them that could use joking in their scripts, but they take it so seriously they can't joke. It was an observation. Well, elaborate on your observation. I mean, like, where have you seen me begging for friends?
If you get really triggered to the point where you can't handle things, I think YouTube is not where you should be.
I mean, so who have I bought? And I mean, so already 50% of your observation is horse shit, is it not? Because at first you said I was begging for them, and now you're saying that I buy them, and I'm curious as to who I bought. That's my friend.
I think I would classify Bedtime Clown as a friend, and he's never sent me any money at all.
Yes, Lady Witch, it is supposed to be a paid gig. And I gotta say, there are some people that are calling me out more and more and more. I have tried giving them every excuse in the book, like I'm using the snail mail to send their money and things like that. And I really wish they'd just back the fuck off. You know what I mean? All right, let's see what the retard has to say. When Connie was your friend, it was because you bought him? Question mark. Bought him what? Then you bought Brett, Tonic, and others who would dox you. I don't even know where to begin with that. So you're saying I bought Connie? I mean, Connie tells you flat out that he can't be bought. First off, and that nobody can buy him, no matter how much money they give. And I've never made that claim anywhere. So your observation.
And furthermore, who would want to buy him anyhow?
Then you bought Brett, Tonic, and the others who would dox you. Well, how would they dox me? That's my question. And why wouldn't they just go ahead and dox me anyways? We'll wait patiently. Okay, I'll get rid of the retard here in a minute as soon as he can really zing me. Connie says a lot, and you believe him still. Okay, so your observations are shit. They're inaccurate. And you're right. I wouldn't call that an attack at all. I would call it a lame attempt at trolling, at which I noticed you didn't even bother replying to me at all when I pointed out how jealous and lame and clearly bothered you look. So,
What?
Lady Rich, if you don't mind, show the floor, please. Thank you.
You have just won the final grand prize. Go through that door and you will see it. Gotta like these weak attacks, hey, bedtime Tom?
What?
I said you gotta like these weak little attacks.
Oh.
These little puns that people like to
They showed a corner of a floor, a patio, and they could see a partial, like 4 square inches, maybe a square foot of a blind. They really doxed our house. Yeah. I mean, it's
please don't dox my place like that. Please don't.
It's kind of safe to assume that most of them are Connie because he can't engage. Like he'll run in with a little swipe, and then as soon as you say something witty back to him, he runs like a bitch. That's why the last time he let me on his stream, Ellen was telling him to just sit there like a fucking scolded dog because he couldn't do this. He flattened out like a fucking pancake and made fart noises. That's what he's capable of. Yeah, Lady Witch, thank you. I figured you would enjoy that dust off the wrench.
Oh yeah, thinking of that, I was only kidding about the wrench, man. I do that to Katie all the time. I go in her chat and I demand a wrench, but I just do it to be an ass. And I told Katie that to never give me a wrench until she thinks I actually deserve it.
I mean, I don't know why y'all feel the need to come in here with these socks. Like, I mean, I'm just gonna give you. I'm gonna give you fair warning. Okay, I don't know most of you people, and so don't take it personally. But I don't mind having fun. But I don't know you. I don't. You're a sock. You can't blame me for that. I mean, just it is what it is. I mean, I like witty, funny stuff. You know what I mean? I don't know Golden Eyes. I don't know. There's a reason that should be like justified or whatever for being in my chat, but because of that reason, I'm gonna hide it. I'm just gonna hide it. I am wearing socks as well, Jane. Black socks. In fact, I wear exclusively black socks. Don't call me a racist. Well, guys, it's 8 o'clock. I stayed on here way, way longer than I intended to.
It's 8 o'clock your time?
Yeah, 8:04 to be specific.
Oh. I thought you were okay.
No, I am in the central time zone. That's metric for in the middle. Kind of.
Smart ass.
Bubs, were you taking hygiene tips from Rebel earlier when he was brushing his teeth and telling everybody how and when to brush their teeth?
Was that what he was doing? I popped in there, but he was flossing his teeth, but I didn't say nothing in there.
Yeah, and later he went on for well over an hour. I don't know how long because I fell asleep. That's how exciting it was. About the when you should and shouldn't brush your teeth, and he was going on and on about oral hygiene. In fact, I was thinking, too bad that he isn't into being a chiropractor, but he would have to know about like spines and backbones and stuff like that.
He doesn't even have a backbone himself, so how can he have a spine?
Right. That's kind of I was going with that. But
sorry.
No worries. No worries.
It seems like there's been a lot of that going around.
But yeah, he was.
Did you like my cross? I'm Foreman.
No,
like in the snow.
Do what? You have an upside down cross?
I said, did you see the cross that I was making in the snow?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Yeah, I'm making it for Connie. I hope he enjoys. I should send him a picture of it. I do have his address and all. Discord is evil, but it's good.
A person giving dating advice. He's like, be a piece of shit. Don't get dates. It works. Look at him. It works perfectly. Anyways, Bubs, thanks for coming up, man. Enjoy the rest of your. Your.
Okay, you guys have a good night. Talk to you later, chat.
Yeah.
And Voodoo Queen, tell her good night.
All right, man. Have a good one. Talk to you soon.
Yeah. Bye.
What's your life become when you're listening to a man you hate discussing his teeth? Well, retard, hill figure, whatever the fuck your name is. Probably need to get rid of that. I don't hate Connie at all. Other people hate him. I don't hate him. I personally hope that he stays on YouTube and, you know, gives me something to make fun of, because it's fun, you know. And listening to a guy who is losing his teeth try to educate the rest of us on how not to lose our teeth is ironically hilarious to me. And it serves a dual purpose because it also helped put me to sleep earlier, you know. So Connie's putting in work and doing things that he doesn't even know. I slept like a baby. You know what I mean? I mean, Dave, it's just comedic at this point. It's not even that relief is needed. It's just, I don't know. It's like, it's just exponentially exuberant, and he does it all for free. That's the best part. Rick, that means, again, like I told you the other day, bubbly. That means bubbly. He just oozes and bubbles. Well, he bubbles whatever it is that he bubbles, and we all get to laugh at it. That's what I'm saying. So, you know, ugh. What a day, right? I'll try not to overuse these. Yeah, I mean, if you're having a bad day, just be thankful you're not him. You know, begging for cigarettes, begging for weed. You know, he ate a barely cupcake earlier today. It's kind of sad. That's probably like the only sustenance he had in the many, many hours leading up to him stuffing his face with whatever the fuck they went and bought. Not McDonald's, because I heard the McDonald's burnt the fuck down. You know what I mean? Yeah, you go on there, Sugar Katie Crits. Bye. Anyway, bye the rest of y'all normal people. Enjoyed having y'all, and thanks for coming by.